Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I am sending you huge amounts of love and light energy wherever you are on the planet tuning in to this channel. I do believe that you found this video for a reason. And of course, I always say with all of these messages, listen to your own intuition. Only take the messages that really align and connect for you in that personal and intuitive way. Today is one of those reading videos where I don't really know exactly where things are going to go. I have my love word scramble here, which if you're new, this is just a tool I use to channel different specific words, names, and details that may connect with specific individuals. And I also have a ton of journaled notes from this morning's meditation session. Do let me know, by the way, how you like to process energy, as I'm sure you are someone who's very empathic and sensitive to energies. Do you like to journal or to write things down as they come through to you? Or do you do some kind of energy clearing rituals, exercises, routines? I'm so curious to know your personal routines, especially if you have a particular like manifestation routine or just energy kind of routine that you do on a regular basis. So I would love to hear about that in the comments if you do feel guided to share anything. I also would like to share on a personal note that I really am going to be making an effort to be posting many more mini readings from now through the next month. So this video is being posted July 13th, and from now to mid-August, I am really challenging myself to share a lot more content here on the channel outside of the main collective readings. So I know this is something many of you have been requesting and manifesting. So I'm really excited to be able to show up and share even more here for the next month. So with that being said, if you'd like to stay in the loop and be the first to know whenever I share a new video that could help you along your path, could provide some kind of clarity, insight, or guidance, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you are the first to know when I post new content. Okay, so as I was saying, I don't know where this particular reading is going to go, but I'm really making the effort to open up this channel, these recordings, and start sharing, even if I don't know the exact outcome. I feel like there's a blockage there that a lot of us deal with, almost like a perfectionism or not starting something because we're not sure where it's going to go. So maybe that in itself is a message for someone. Maybe there's something in your life that you've been considering doing, but you're hesitant to start because you don't really know what's going to happen when you open that channel. I mean, maybe it's a literal YouTube channel for some of you that you're thinking about starting, or maybe it's you putting pen to paper to write a book, or I guess now maybe for some of you, you use traditional pen and paper, but for many of you, I'm sure you type on a computer. Regardless, whatever it is, I feel like there's some endeavor, project, idea, something that for some of you, you've been desiring to set into motion. And I'm seeing like a star, but I feel like this is representative of you being a star, like you being this guiding light for others through whatever you are creating. I'm hearing focus on the impact you want to have, and the process of creation becomes easier. Know that whatever you are creating is going to have a massive positive impact, and stay locked into that knowing to help push you forward through any fears or doubts that might be surfacing around just getting started, around beginning. I'm hearing that for some of you, there may even be a feeling of, what if I waited too long to start whatever this is? What if it's too late, or I should have done this months or years ago? And I really feel the message coming through that now is the perfect time to start. And in fact, it's like an illusion that's telling you you should have started earlier, because I'm hearing you went through a massive initiation that prepared you to become the person that you are now that is capable of setting into motion or creating whatever this is. And it's like there's this lie internally, or like this illusion, this lie we tell ourselves that we actually believe sometimes, but it's the lie that somehow the right time to start was like 2 weeks ago or a month ago or a year ago or 10 years ago, when in actuality, from a spiritual perspective, you may not have been in the right energetic frequency at that point in time to be open in the way that you are now to create whatever it is that you are setting into motion now. So create now. Take that first step that you feel guided to take. Push through those fears. I believe in you. This community believes in you. And if you ever need support, feel free to leave a comment under any of these videos, but especially the newer ones, so I'm more likely to see it. I will do my best to respond to some of the comments if you do share anything that you're doing, anything you're working on. I think it would be so beautiful if we could all kind of band together and make a commitment to take some kind of action towards our goals, our dreams, those soul-inspired desires for the next month. And for my part, my action will be creating more of these videos on the channel. And if you feel inspired to take this journey with me in your own way, then I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if there's any kind of action that you are going to commit to take for yourself, or for some kind of dream, or for a goal that you have for yourself just for the next 30 days. Because a powerful message that did come through when I was meditating this morning is, in 30 days, your life can look unrecognizable. If you shift your frequency consistently every day of that 30 days, but I'm hearing it's a combination of doing some kind of, I feel for many of you, you do have some energy clearing or aligning rituals that you do every day. For me personally, it changes from kind of phase to phase of my life and my journey. But right now, I always do a 20 to 30 minute meditation with my own subliminals that I create through my app, Sound and Soulful, that I know many of you use as well. I then like to do gratitude lists, listing out things that I love, things I appreciate, and things I'm excited about in my life. And then I like to read 20 pages of something that inspires me. So that's my personal current routine. I would love to hear about yours as well, if there's anything you're guided to share. But what I'm getting is that's one part of the equation. But the other part of the equation is taking some kind of inspired action on your goals. Once you're in that place where your energy feels clear, it feels aligned, you've done those things that get you all stable and grounded and ready. It's about releasing attachment to the outcomes and just pushing forward into the creative zone, staying focused on that impact that you want to have and speaking from that place or creating from that place. And I'm hearing that if you were to combine those two elements, those like energy clearing, whatever that is for you, rituals that you do, whether it's movement, walking in nature, meditating, whatever that is for you, combining that with some kind of like radical action that you are committing to do every day. And when I say radical, it doesn't have to be super time consuming or huge, but taking consistent steps every day for 30 days towards some kind of goal after that energy aligning would be so transformative that after 30 days, you would not even recognize your life, but like in the best way, you would take quantum leaps towards that goal. So let's commit together to do something for 30 days, even if it's just one small action you can take every day. So for me, it would be creating these videos. For you, it could be writing like for 30 minutes or an hour, or dedicating some space of time to your craft, your art, whatever it is that you love, pouring more energy into your passion. Something that I was journaling about this morning as well was related to that idea of passion and how it's really our passion that is our map. That is what guides us. Now, this feels kind of related to something else that I was channeling into about old fear loops coming back up. if you've noticed that there's been an old fear loop resurfacing for you, whether it is like an old thought program, an old belief system, an old way of being, and you've been like feeling it tugging at your energy or pulling at you in some kind of way, or even creating a fear reaction in you, I feel like this is something that's happening for many in our collective at this cosmic level at this time. And I'm hearing it's because the pattern senses now that you fully broke free of it. That fear loop senses that you can't be pulled back into it anymore. And that's actually precisely why it's trying to pull at your energy, because it senses that you are out of reach. And what I was picking up very, very strongly, especially if you are a divine feminine, you don't have to be. And when I use these labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, these are used to describe energy dynamics, which we all have a balance of both within us. So take it how it resonates. But specifically, something that I channeled here is that, well, I'm going to read specifically from what I wrote. The world fears a wild woman or feminine energy, take it how it resonates, because she is uncontrollable, and feminine energy has always been powerful. Keeping her controlled allows the energy to be harvested rather than letting it wildly flourish to its full potential like a garden. And I feel like you are the one who is letting your energy flourish like a garden. And I'm getting that to do that, you had to free yourself from those old fear loops that, in a sense, were actually harvesting your powerful energy by keeping you in some kind of rigid system, or keeping you stuck in fear, or keeping you engaged with something that was constantly draining your energy and keeping you stuck. I also wrote down, the loop is calling you back, but you've tasted freedom now. And when I felt that kind of call back of the fear loop, I wrote faint echoes, because it almost felt like it was just faintly echoing to you, kind of in the back of your mind. And so I hope that this is a message of confirmation for someone. If you felt old patterns of fear or control pulling back at your system, remember who you are. Remember how far you've come. Remember that you are that wild energy that is uncontrollable because it is wild, because it is free. And where your energy was once being somewhat siphoned or used or depleted by these systems, now you are returning your full energy back to yourself. And that is rendering you so, so powerful. It kind of reminds me of, I wrote down the other day that your prayers are powerful. And of course, you could think of it as prayers, intentions, requests that you are putting out into the universe, things that you are creating or manifesting. Those things are so powerful, but it's because you're in that wildly free energy, because your energy is undiluted by those fears and control loops that keep most people in this kind of energetically diluted state. This is also why I'm hearing you manifest very powerfully for others as well. And maybe you've noticed this recently, where you set a positive intention for someone in your life. Like maybe someone in your life is trying to get a particular job or to accomplish something. And I feel that your intentions are so powerful that you just kind of think about that positive outcome a little bit, maybe like a few minutes, and you imagine it and you visualize it, and then you let it go, and then it happens. That's how powerful your energy is. You have the power to support and facilitate so much good in this world. And I feel that you are doing that, but it's your freedom that renders you so powerful, because that allows your energy to be undiluted, to be unsiphoned by other systems, programs, and sources. But I do feel that, and I wrote this down as well, people are either intimidated or inspired by you, because they sense that beautifully wild nature about you, and it's either inspiring to them or intimidating to them, depending on their own level of consciousness. Now, when I was thinking and channeling more internally into these fear loops, something I wrote down is there's a scarecrow in the field. And I saw this field that was just, I mean, I'm not a farmer, so I'm no expert in crops or anything, but it was a field that was like ripe for the harvest. Like all the work had been put into it. Everything had grown. It was beautiful. It was ripe for being harvested. And I felt it represented all of the abundance, all of the success, all of the happiness that's now at your fingertips, and that many of you already have been experiencing. For some of you, you've been frolicking in that field, so to speak. But what I saw is that there was a scarecrow in the field, just kind of like sitting there. And it looked harmless enough, but it was eliciting some kind of fear reaction. And that was the purpose of it. It was like someone or a system or a group had constructed this metaphoric straw man to elicit a fear response and to prevent the harvest from being accessed, to keep you from reaping the benefit of all of those positive manifestations and intentions and visions that you set into motion. And I actually heard, and what I wrote down is, don't let the straw man convince you that you are it, because I almost felt this sense of something trying to trade places with you, something that is just made of straw. It is empty. It's artificial. It's meant to elicit fear, but it doesn't hold substance, trying to convince you that that is you, when that is the opposite of your nature. And when I channeled into your energy, it was like I got this explosion of like color and galaxies and beauty and light and love and laughter and creation and warmth. And that is you. It's like the opposite of this like cold, empty straw man. And yet the straw man was trying to convince you that you had no substance, or that you were just like this, that you were artificial, or that you were like inauthentic or something. I don't know what this is. I know this will apply differently for different groups of people, but it's almost like something trying to project onto you because it's empty within itself, because its role is to just elicit fear and prevent you from accessing what you have worked for all this time, what you've created all this time. And I just heard, remember what you are made of. Remember that you are made of light. You are made of magic. You are made of love. And your passion is your map. I know we said that earlier, but that's another thing coming up here. It will tell you everything you need to know. Don't let the straw man, the scarecrow, prevent you from fully frolicking in your fields, enjoying the benefit of all of the vision, all of the creation that you have set in motion from the beginning. You've been on the right path. I'm also getting like a sign that has a million different arrows pointing different directions. Maybe that's how you feel sometimes. Like, how do I know which way to go? How do I know which path to walk? And the warm, clear message I hear in response to that is, you are already walking it. You know, because you've been walking it. You can look back and see you've already been on the path. Don't question yourself, because you've been already doing it one step at a time. And that's how you walk the path. One step at a time, one step forward in passion, in love, in connection, in creativity. And that's what you've been doing. And it's been so, so beautiful. Now, there is one final message that I really want to close with here. And it's actually a 𝗟𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘁 poem that many of you may be familiar with. So I'm going to pull this up. But while I am pulling up the poem as well, I want to share with you that if you are waiting on a particular person to contact you or interact with you, and you would like to speed up that timeline and manifest more communication and interaction from the people you desire to hear from, whether it's friends, family members, past lovers, or a specific person that you'd like to contact you, I really recommend checking out one of my latest subliminal meditations from my app, Sound and Soulful. This is called Break No Contact. And I recommend this because I've been receiving so much positive feedback on this subliminal. I would say I've gotten more positive comments and messages about this than any other subliminal I've ever created on the app. And there are a lot of them. I do have over 140 different subliminals for all areas of life on the app. But this one specifically is super powerful. I've been receiving comments from people saying that they listened to this and within 48 hours, they heard from the person they'd been desiring to hear from. I heard from one of you in your comments that you listened to this once, and a person that you hadn't heard from in years contacted you. I've had so many messages from people saying they heard from old friends, people they had just like completely forgotten about coming out of the woodwork. But also it seems super effective for helping people manifest desired contact from one specific person as well, if there's a particular person on your mind. I've even heard several cases of that person having them blocked and actually unblocking them in order to contact them after they listen to this subliminal. So I definitely recommend giving it a try for yourself, and you can actually try it free for 7 days by creating a free trial account in my app. Again, the name of the app is Sound and Soulful, and the subliminal is called Break No Contact. So to download the app and sign up for a free trial account to try it out for yourself, you can click the link in the pinned comment or description box underneath this video. Okay, so the Rumi poem that I found to be so powerful is, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. If you're on this journey with me and anything here connected, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And of course, I would love for you to subscribe as well. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And you can now listen to my channeled music through my artist name, Songs by Infinity, on Spotify. My latest song, The Light in Your Room, is linked to listen for free in the description box underneath this video. I would love for you to follow me on Spotify as well. It's the best place if you want to be the very first to listen to new songs when I release them. And these songs are meant to channel more deeply into specific connections and threads of energy. So I'm so passionate about sharing those with you as well. And of course, if you want to check out my Break No Contact Subliminal to manifest contact from your desired person, the link to get my app is in the pinned comment under this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.